All right, we will keep bringing you all the numbers and the wins, but the FBI said that the hoax bomb threats, many of which appeared to originate from Russian email domains, were directed at polling locations in 4 of the battleground states, and these are Georgia, Michigan, Arizona and Wisconsin, as election day voting was still underway.
Well, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger has announced that as a result of the bomb threats, polls in some locations would stay open longer and the vote count process would be a bit slower.
And typically, I know that in Atlanta, they also just got a whole bunch of bomb threats come through. And Atlanta Police Department, they're keeping everything open. All the precincts are staying open, and they're just sending dogs around to sweep it to make sure that they're safe. But we know where it's coming from. FBI knows where it's coming from. But we want to make sure, interest of public safety, that everyone, make sure that it doesn't slow down anyone from voting. And like I said, if you are in line at 7 p.m., you can continue to stay in line until you exercise your right to vote.
Meanwhile, the police in Fulton County said there were 32 bomb threats at different polling stations, with the threats being emailed, called into the locations and to 911 call centers.
We planned heavily for the incident of a bomb threat being called in, and it's a good thing we did, because that's the only thing that happened today was 32 bomb threats at different polling locations. 32. We were able to clear 27 of them very quickly without the need for an evacuation. 5 of them, the polls were temporarily closed down at the poll manager's request while we conducted the sweep, and they were reopened. We don't know where the threats came from at this point, and it is an active investigation, but we do intend on doing our best to locate who made the threats and prosecute them fully.
Officials claim that the Georgia bomb hoaxes were sent from email addresses that had been used by Russians trying to interfere in previous U.S. elections.
We're investigating that possibility. I have not spoken to the Secretary of State today. It's been a very busy day.
So where did he get that?
I have no idea. You'd have to ask him.
All right, before we go on any further, just to give a recap of perhaps the past 1 hour, the wins that have come in.
Yes.
These wins, I'm going to start from about 7:30 a.m. The win coming in from Delaware, it was a Democrat win. Then Louisiana, Republicans have won in Louisiana. It has 8 electoral votes. Then a win for Democrats in Rhode Island, a win for Democrats in New York, Illinois, a win for Republicans in Utah and Montana, Mississippi. Then Democrats won again in Colorado, and a Republican win in Ohio. And what we do know in the latest is that Trump has won Montana as well. So if you were to talk about where the numbers stand right now, Harris is at 112. Trump is at 110, as Shivan has been saying.
Yes.
It's a race to the magic figure of 270.
And Haim, I'll just like to bring a little more insight here. Michigan has switched to the red, as we mentioned a little earlier, and it's actually changing by the minute. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Trump is leading in all 3 of these swing states, and all 3 are important. Pennsylvania perhaps more pivotal than the other 2, but all 3 extremely important for both camps. And Michigan has then quickly switched back to the blue. Montana, of course, as he mentioned earlier, Trump has won in Montana. 204 have been won as of now, and it's
right. And
Trump is leading in the swing states, except Nevada, mostly.
Absolutely. That is just exactly what I was going to come
Yes.
to. We've been seeing that Michigan and Arizona, they have been swinging in the past hour or so. So we've really had to keep our eyes glued to that. And Trump is, in fact, leading in all swing states except Nevada. And this could really be the deciding factor of who gets this magic number of 270.
Absolutely. And, as of now, this is the race to 270. We can't keep saying that enough. As of now, confirmed wins. Donald Trump is far closer to 270 than Kamala Harris seems at this point.